The Baltimore Ravens have made a pretty historic change as they have parted ways with their 18-time head coach, John Harbaugh. And I'm thinking, do we have a grass isn't greener situation on our hands? As of course, sure, over the years, it seems like Harbaugh's kind of let it slip a little bit, and there's definitely been a lack of aggressiveness, playing a little too safe. There's many times where I'm watching, I'm like, wait, they're not going to go for it? No way. And then they just don't get the ball back, or it just doesn't go well. But at the same time, you look at how their last few seasons have ended, and sure, you can make the argument that they could have been in better situations, if not for maybe things he did during the game, but also not really things that are his problem, right? The Tyler Loop missed field goal. If I'm not mistaken, Loop hadn't missed from that range or shorter all year. Derrick Henry's had a couple of fumbles. You never know. Running the ball a few more yards forward, is that really going to change the difference? Is that going to be the reason why they make or miss the field goal? I don't know. Then, of course, you had the Mark Andrews drop 2-point conversion. That's not on John at all. Good play, wide open, little underthrown, but worse catch or drop, if you will. Now, this one's a little bit kind of two-headed, as obviously they should have probably put up more points against the Chiefs, but losing to the Chiefs in the championship round while the Chiefs only scored 17 points, got a goal line fumble, right? Then you have Sam Hubbard's 98-yard fumble return for a touchdown. A lot of unfortunate things have happened to the Ravens that aren't necessarily a coaching problem, just a couple guys making some unlucky plays, or getting outplayed, if you will, in that situation. Of course, Derrick Henry still had another really good season. How many more years does he have left? I have no idea. What is he, 31, 32 for us in this rebuild? He might straight up retire. I've seen him retire the very first season. Hopefully not, but Zay Flowers, obviously, talking about those fumbles. He's had a couple of those now, but obviously by far their number one wide receiver. Bateman, I don't know. I think they need a new wide receiver too. Mark Andrews, now he's not the worst tight end in the league, but I'm also wondering why he's a 91 overall still. 86 maybe of 87? I don't know why he's 91 personally. Convince me, Ravens fans. I don't know. Offensive line, though, middle of the league, middle of the pack, not bad at all. Definitely not their biggest concern. Sure, we can maybe add a new left guard. You know, I like Andrew Voorhees. It's got the Voorhees name. It's cool. But maybe you can add a new guard. But overall, O-line is probably the last concern I have. Do have some injury concerns. And, of course, how long will Ronnie Stanley play kind of concerns. But overall, as of right now, barring any changes, I don't hate where the offensive line is at. Defensively, I don't like where this is at because this pass rush might be the worst in the league or very close to it. They just can't apply pressure. They just can't get to the quarterback. That is why teams are beating them. Their defense is the worst I've seen it personally in probably a half decade, maybe a whole decade, maybe 2 decades. I'm not even sure, but I mean, normally I'm thinking, okay, Ravens are going to be a good defense. Their offense should be good enough. They're a playoff team. Not so much lately. That defense, especially that pass rush, definitely needs some work. Of course, you do have some individual players. Like, you like the cornerback room. You like the safeties. I don't hate the linebackers if Trenton Simpson can get healthy, but definitely need some work at the edge spot. DTs, of course, Matabike, definitely missing him big time once he's back in here. You know, it's a pretty stout inside because of him. Obviously, Travis Jones. I mean, I don't really hate where the interior is, you know, when Matabike is back. So, really just the edge and then replacing some of the older guys on this team would be my concern. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. As if you're a Ravens fan watching this, why did you guys struggle besides Lamar? Of course, there's probably a reason, you know, him being out is a huge reason why they didn't make the playoffs. You know, we're talking about a completely different season here, I imagine, if Lamar was never hurt. I mean, they brought it down to a final kick that should have been made to make the playoffs. You know, they probably cleaned the division a couple weeks ago, maybe, if not for the injury. But other than that, what are the issues? More playmakers? I'm thinking that's probably the big thing, right? Edge and just more playmakers on offense, especially at the wide receiver position. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. If you guys end up enjoying this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. I'm going to hit you with a Brandon TS here on YouTube. 500 likes and the highest liked comment will be the next team we rebuild. Hopefully it's someone that we actually haven't done, because if it's just something stupid like Ravens, then obviously I'm going to have to do something different. Either way, let's get into this. Would you call it a rebuild? Maybe a reload. We're in a tough situation here because Travis Jones in real life you would definitely repay, I think. But in game, I'm not really sure what a 79 overall is doing for us. So I'll keep him on a 2-year, but I don't think we're going to do more than that. A 2-year 24, fair enough. Probably should bump him like 83 overall minimum, but it is what it is. And then Linderbaum, no, he had a tough penalty, but Obviously, one of the better centers in the league, so you definitely pay him. And then likely, there's a chance that they do keep him in real life, but again, in-game, you know, we did our whole intro about realism, real life. Now it's Madden. Now I got to go based on what I can do with these guys long-term. Like Gilman, he was huge for the Ravens, but he's not going to be huge for us. You know, Falele, he's not a bad guard, but I don't need him. You know, he's not going to get much done. Hopkins, he might retire. Actually, he already can't retire. We already passed that point, didn't we? No, we didn't. We're not even there yet. He could retire. You know, Huntley, huge, but I'm not going to need him in game. So we got to separate the realism and the real life a little bit. The Madden and the real life. You know, a lot of these guys, very important for the team. In game, not so much. I need the money. And even that's not realistic. They usually don't bump the salary cap per year as much as they do in real life. So just some things to think about. All right, so the season is over. This is the recap. They have the Eagles winning over the Patriots 27-24. I do kind of feel like the Eagles are going to make it back. I feel like Eagles, Broncos. I'm not a huge Eagle believer right now. I just think they have so much talent that, I don't know, the NFC, the NFL in general is wide open more than ever. And if I had to guess based on all of the talent across the board, I still think the Eagles have one of the most talented teams in the league. I don't feel like they're playing their best football, but I don't know if there's a team that is. Like Seattle, I love their defense, but their offense worries me. You know, the Rams, their offense randomly just disappears. There's some mistakes that show up randomly. You know, the Packers and the Bears, their offenses disappear. Their defenses definitely disappear. You know, there's just so many the Niners are super injured. I don't know what to think about them. There's just so many different, like, variables. I don't know. I personally just think Eagles, Broncos, but I'm never right on that stuff, so it's irrelevant. As for the retirements, you got a bunch of them in here. DeAndre Hopkins is one of them. Van Noy, Brent Urban. Definitely looking for edge early and often, if we can get it. Hopefully we can develop Mike Green in this one as well. That'd be nice. But let's take a look at the dev-ups if we had any. I don't know if we would have. Trying to think. Maybe Flowers? No, no Flowers. Actually, what is his season like? Oh, yeah, he was actually kind of close. Kind of close. What else do we have? Tight end stays the same, regresses a little bit. Derrick Henry's still here, though, which is nice, but he does drop 4 whole overalls. Still very good. Definitely can use him, but, yeah, unfortunately, definitely a little bit worse. Offensive line, everything's, you know, kind of the same. And then defensively, Madubuike is back. No dev-ups for anyone else on defense, unfortunately. Again, hopefully we can develop Mike Green. But for the other negotiations, obviously I'm not giving $41 million to Zay Flowers. That's crazy. But overall, we are going to be losing some backups. But I think it'll be fine. A lot of the backups and starters here aren't really like cornerstone guys, in my opinion. I don't exactly want to spend a lot of money in free agency, but a guy like Joel Bitonio, I'm not sure if he's like confirmed retired or what's the situation. I feel like I never hear him anymore. Yeah, I would like to bring him in. So I'll have to pay attention to that, take a look and see if he is retired. Damn, Nick Cross. I just don't need him. Unfortunately, our safety room is very talented. But overall, a lot of guys that maybe push a team over the edge, so we will pay attention to them, see if they have anybody here that maybe makes us better immediately. But overall, outside of the guard, I don't think that's going to be the case. He's contemplating it. He hasn't confirmed it, but that's kind of what the Browns will do to you. You'll contemplate retirement after your first season's over. So, yes, Browns fans, you're used to it. They're used to it by now. You just get all the crap sent at you, and you just got to take it, unfortunately. But Bitonio's on the board. Going to the Browns, I don't know if that's something he would do. Seems like a very loyal person, but at the end of the day, he deserves to be with a team that can maybe get him a ring. I don't know if that is the Ravens, but it's definitely more so than the Browns. And as much as there are other guys that I do like for us, Bitonio is by far the number one. That is actually huge. If the Ravens could add an 85 overall offensive lineman, especially a guard, that'd be massive. All right, we're in the draft. We actually should probably start creating an offline so I can actually have the proper updated draft board, but we're not too far off. I think the Ravens actually have pick 14, not 13. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. It's close enough. I don't know what we're going to be taking because I do want edge. I do want wide receiver as well, though. Like, if we can get Carnell Tate, I mean, I can't even remember the last big-ish Ravens receiver. Like, would you consider Anquan Bolden kind of big? Like, he's only like 6'1", 220, but that's like the biggest they've had, right? They don't really go for the big players, like some of their better players, like Mike Wallace, you know, and just the smaller, fast guys, which maybe fits better for like a Zachariah Branch. I think that'd be a pretty damn clean fit. So, you know, I'm kind of thinking maybe you go with edge at 13. I don't know who that is. Maybe even TJ Parker. And then wide receiver you trade up for? I don't know. We'll see. So the Cardinals go Mendoza. The Titans go with Tyson. Bain at 3. I mean, I really want Bain one of these times, but you're going to have to get top 3 apparently, it seems. So, unfortunate. Jets go QB. Edge for the Commanders. Edge for the Browns. That could be interesting. Jeremiah Love to the Chiefs. Fair enough. That actually is kind of busted. Peter Woods to the Saints. DT to the Bengals. Corner to the Dolphins. And then Parker at 12. Maybe you can't move down. I can't believe Parker's gone already. Holy crap. Like, do I take the 23-year-old Howell? I don't think I've taken Howell before. But I've also heard Ravens fans sick of the tradey kind of speed rushers. Maybe not all of them, but I've seen a lot of them. But for me, I'm going to go with him just because he's someone new. 23 years old does not make me feel happy, but I want someone different. I want someone new. We have not taken Cassius Howell before, so hoping for the best. Wow, that is a wasted pick. Fantastic. Can't believe how much the damn Cardinals wanted, but we move up a few spots to get Zachariah Branch. Or do we go with the taller receiver? Interesting. I think I'm going to keep it Ravens lore accurate. I'm going to go with the speedy shorter guy. Zachariah Branch, just be hidden dev, okay? That's all I ask. We have a second Zay Flowers. Let's go. 44 true talent. Also normal dev. Love it. Everyone's normal dev. Woohoo. Don't think I've seen EA even give, like, normal dev to 2 players in the first, I don't even know, 60 picks. Pretty rare, actually. But let's take a look what our next round is. Could go Perkins, kind of a hybrid type of player. Wouldn't hate a corner either to replace Marlin at some point. Do need, you know, DT, arguably. Oh, Singleton. Can I get Singleton next round, though? That's the question. Probably not. It's a tough one. I want Perkins or a corner. Damani Jackson really intrigues me. That speed. Get the speed up in Baltimore. Perkins, though. Off-ball / edge. It'd be a waste of that first-round pick. I'm going to go Damani Jackson. It'd be a waste of that first-round pick. Of course, hidden development trade for Damani. Let's go to the next round. If Singleton's at the start of the 4th, we'll make another trade up. They're taking our whole damn team away from us. Let's go for Mr. Singleton, who might be the future of the running back position. You know, I like that speed. I like the power. Looks like a really good running back. Learned from Derrick Henry. Not a bad little gig. 13 true talent. Also hidden development trade. I could have sworn he was normal. I thought Branch was hidden and Singleton was normal. In this case, I'll take the trade-off. I think running back is definitely harder to develop, so I will definitely take it. And then with that, we'll take Corleone as we need the DT help. He, of course, is going to be a bit of a raw player. Normal development trade, 23, but he'll just be there as the nose tackle. But yeah, obviously very disappointed in that draft pick. Very disappointed. I thought he was absolutely star. I shocked Howell isn't star development trade minimum. But 74 overall, normal development trade at 23, unfortunately. Really good finesse, though, so not a bad player, just normal dev. You know, it is what it is. Branch, I understood. Normal dev, I was thinking hidden. Injury toughness, very low. Love that for us. Damani Jackson. Of course, another fast player. Going with the super speeds in this one. Same with Singleton as well. This went all athletes. All athletes, which this team, I mean, it kind of needs. And Corleone, the DT. Yeah, should have traded that pick 13 down. I would have taken TJ Parker if he was there, but sure. All right, here is the team for season number 1. We did our training camp stuff for most of the players, not all of them. Some of the players, not really worth it. Our positions, I should say, in my opinion. Flowers, 89 overall. Branch goes up to a 77, so definitely a nice playmaker upgrade there, as you can see. Look at all these upgrade points. And then defensive side of the ball, no dev ups either. through the training camp. Dude, what is with all these tiny images? But Howell, the 75 overall, I regret it already. I regret it. What can we do, though? You know, it's normal dev for some reason, I guess. So there's that. Do have a couple of superstars, though, right? I don't know why Kyle Hamilton's there, but, you know, Jackson in the 3 spot could be our cornerback, too, a year or two from now, which would be great. But, yeah, the team is in the right direction. Are they good enough right now? I don't know. We'll see what these playbooks can do. We're going to rock the Broncos offense. You know, it doesn't really make sense, but we're going to do it. Oh, God. Oh, my. We are cooked. So, Humphrey's 100% gone. Flowers might be joining. Dude, we got to find a way, because this contract's not terrible. Like, what are we talking about? 27 per? Oh, man. Trenton's gone. Humphrey's gone. Obviously, Batonio's gone. Can we find some money somewhere to keep Flowers, though? That would be a huge loss if we don't keep him. And the end of the season, we are in the playoffs. Wow, the 8-9 Steelers make it. I bet you the Ravens would be pissed seeing that. Oh, 8-9's good enough this year to make the playoffs. Hell, 9-8 is as well, apparently. Well, I mean, obviously. But, yeah, let's take a look at the win-loss. Branch, number 2 for yards, by the way. That's crazy. Pretty damn good season, obviously. We went with that Denver offense, Denver defense. Lamar Jackson had a great passing season. Rushing-wise, didn't have as much going on. But, hey, new regime trying to protect the guy. Derrick Henry running the ball well, but not as good as usual. Branch, unbelievable season. Flowers, good, just not a lot of touchdowns. Bateman, okay. Andrews, okay. A lot of touchdowns there, at least. O-line, you know, not terrible. Oh, my, what the hell is that? Cassius Howell with 17 sacks in his rookie year. 10 for Matabike, 10 for Green. Wow, 17 sacks. 81 overall only, by the way, but he obviously looks really good and, you know, primed, and if he's not at least star dev, probably superstar dev, that'd be crazy. Lamar Jackson, number 2 for MVP. Joe Burrow, number 1. Zachariah Branch, Offensive Player of the Year, so we know he's going to star as well. So, you know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. All right, we got the Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year awards. Our wide receiver was the best wide receiver. Emory Jones is a superstar. What a year for the team. Our guy is number 6, by the way. Howell's 6 with 17 sacks. What the hell are we talking about? What the hell are we doing? Either way, let's go to the playoffs and see if we can maybe have a run. All right, end of the game. Let's see if we can at least maybe get some revenge on the Steelers. 7-0, 14-0. Looking pretty good, actually. 14-7. Still 14-7. 21-7. Great start of this first half. Moving on to the second half. Just one touchdown should do it. Even with that field goal, one touchdown should do it, and we're not going to get it, but there it is. Defense does a great job, 31-10. Wonder what Cassius Howell's able to do this time, because 17 sacks in the regular season, that's like 1 a game. So you would assume he'd have 1 here in the playoffs, as they had Gardner Minshew starting. Not really much of a preparation team that Steelers squad is, I guess. Wow, Derrick Henry was horrible, by the way. Branch, he's been killing it. 223 touchdowns to go with it. Pass rush, 3.5 for Travis Jones. Guess it was smart to re-sign him. Howell did have that one like we talked about. And then Roquan Smith with a pick. Clean kicking. I mean, we just outplayed them by a ton. And now we have the Bills, a really tough opponent here. We're still higher overall, but it's still a very good team. This is one of those types of teams you would expect to have a chance to knock you out. All right, can we do it? Can we move on? The Bills already scoring way quicker than the Steelers did, but we answered back nicely, and there they go. Already more points than the Steelers had all last game. 14-7, dude, that Bills defense in sim. Good start to the second half. 14 all, very close game right now. Bit of a defensive matchup. We get a touchdown. This could be it. Defense makes a stop. We win the game. And, of course, they don't. 1:20 left. They're running the ball. I mean, I get it because you get that clock moving potentially, which I don't know why it's not moving further. We're obviously going to let this thing go down as much as possible. We have timeouts even if we didn't believe. Or we did believe, whatever. We're going to waste it all the way down and see if we can try to get down the field here before overtime. All right, speedy receivers, it is time to cook. Specifically you, Flowers. Which he doesn't really win. But Mark Andrews does! Barium doesn't do it. Timeout, obviously. Huge gainer. They're seeming to run the ball. I don't want to just, like, win the game for the team. Ooh, I like this play a lot, actually. Derrick Henry. Damn, Mark, please. Catches it, though. Say what you will, but he catches it. With that, we're going to run with Derrick Henry, kind of center this thing up a little bit and see if we can't get a game-winning field goal. Oh, my Lord, maybe not. Henry, that is not what I want to do. Don't know how to truck at all. We're going to get that clock all the way down. And this is why they got rid of Harbaugh. We're not kicking a 44-yard field goal. We're kicking a 35-yard field goal. 25-yard, damn math. It's not even math. It's literally like on the screen telling me what the length of the kick is. And I'm over here like, I don't know. Of course, field goal up and good. 24-21. The Ravens are headed to the championship round in technically year one. That's pretty impressive. We'll take it. Of course, it's not like this Ravens team is far. As long as Lamar is healthy, which, of course, that is big question mark every year. They always have a chance. Actually, no, we gotta show the kick. It's important. It's important. Loop with the redemption is the chippiest chip shot of all time. But hey, 44 felt like that too. Championship round. This would be weird because we have not won a year one Super Bowl in a while, and definitely not this Madden. Maybe there was one for a challenger bill, I don't know. As we now have the Chiefs. Outside of that Steelers matchup, this is about the toughest gauntlet you can get as well. But hey, if it has to be the rare 3-year rebuild, let it be. Although Chiefs are kind of making it seem like that's not going to be the case. We do answer back finally after the 14-0 start. Halftime, really good chance there, and there they go. 14-all, nice little comeback. Second half, Chiefs finally get back on the board with a touchdown. We get back on the board with a touchdown ourselves, and now we're in the fourth quarter, looking strong. Not looking strong, actually. We turned the ball over, punted it, whatever. Ravens back at their own 3, and that is a massive L. That's probably the game. That's that Harbaugh coaching right there, though. Like, why are you punting the ball? I don't care what anyone says. I would go for it from that situation. There's no way you can punt the ball from your own 3 on 4th and 3. Like, you just can't. Andrews again. And he catches the ball. Dude, Andrews insane. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm spamming it. Do we have anything outs? I really don't want... Oh, my Lord. We're going to have to have this motion and all. He actually got down here pretty quickly, though, so we'll live with it. Flowers, maybe, anyways? Nope. Okay. I can't throw the ball away. Oh, but it works! To the 37! Wow, I love this game. It's flawless. Beautiful. I really wish this was on the other hash because I want Singleton. So I wanted Singleton. Get it a little bit up there to the 32. That's a little easier. 49-yard field goal. All right, Loop, this is all you, buddy. This is... You really want to redeem yourself? There you go. Overtime, 24-all. Clutch. 4th and 9. We get the stop. I can't believe we almost lost on the game glitching out. We might still lose anyways, but 4th and 3, get another stop. Neither team wants to win. We're in position. 3rd and 9. You gotta go. We gotta go. This AI is not doing it. Ravens playbook is very interesting though. Really setting up this Singleton kind of Texas route. I like Flowers on a go route, honestly. Singleton, please catch this. What a catch, Singleton! He could score. What a juke move. He's so quick to the 19. Yeah, they're saying field goal. All right, Loop, you really could redeem yourself if you hit this one. He does it. We're headed to the Super Bowl in year one. The coaching change was everything. 27-24 over the Chiefs. Wow. That one, there was some moments there where it really didn't feel great. Lamar Jackson outplayed Mahomes through the air and I would assume through the ground. On the ground, no, actually he didn't. Henry, a little bit better, but still kind of disappointing. Flowers, great. Singleton, a couple of catches, made some plays. Loved as well for them, pretty good. Pass rush was great for us, though. Howell with 1.5. Matabike with 3. 1 for Jones, a half for Simpson. Of course, theirs was good, too. Pick for Wiggins. That was maybe the difference in this one. And we're moving on to the final game. And I swear we've seen this matchup a few times. The Lions and the Ravens. If this is the team we lose to, I'll be a bit disappointed. See who the Lions had to play. They had to play no one because they're the best team in the NFC. They beat the Commanders by 6. They beat the Giants by 6. And hopefully that whole 666 thing doesn't come true. Might have more problems on our hands than losing to the Lions in the Super Bowl. As Branch is a 91 overall, which of course the season he had, he deserves to be. And he's a superstar dev to go with it, obviously. But yeah, I mean, you put up a season like this, you should be one of the best players in the league. 17 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. There's no way you'd be anything under like 88. Like, what did Nakua go up to? He was like 88 plus, right? 90s, I think. Emory Jones stays as a star dev, though. O-line of the year, crazy XP, which we'll take, but doesn't go to superstar. He should have. I'm not going to force it this time, though. The reason why, because we've had it in the past where our guy didn't win offensive lineman of the year, but got a dev up. So anyone wants to complain about us keeping that dev up? Well, here you go. We didn't go for the dev up in this one, even though we should have. Howell, not as good of an overall glow up, but 84 overall superstar dev. Might have drafted some normal devs, but they worked out well. Especially, I mean, I can't even say especially Howell. Both of them were great, but I guess especially Howell, since we know how the game goes. You can pretty much make any wide receiver good if you really focus them. Whereas Edge, it doesn't matter how good they are. You know, you can't even make Karlaftis good in this game. But, yeah, as a 90 overall team, even though the Lions are an 89, I do like our odds. Let's see if we can win it all. In year one, of course, regardless of when, we'll have 2 more seasons minimum. And then obviously if we lose, we'll have at least 3. Yes, the Ravens didn't really need a rebuild too much, huh? 7-0, 7-3. Both teams kind of getting a stop. Now they're getting full-on stops. No scores at all. Huge drive. We get a field goal. And it's 10-6 at halftime. Really don't know who's got the momentum here. We're winning by a little bit now, but that goes away instantly. Huge touchdown drive, and that'll be it. The Ravens win the Super Bowl 31-12, and you could say all you want that the Ravens are pretty close, as is. I don't know if I really agree in real life. I think they're, you know, playoff worthy almost every single season. I think they're able to win a game or two, maybe most seasons in the playoffs. But I still think they're a little bit away from being like, I trust that team's going to be the one to win it all. That's the one I believe in. I don't really believe in them just yet. I think they're maybe a draft or 2 away. We were apparently 1 draft away. Howell, what a draft pick. Branch, what a draft pick. Jackson, what a draft pick. This is actually one. Singleton, he had a big couple of games. This is actually one of our most complete drafts, and I really like the realism, in my opinion. I feel like we drafted a lot of guys that the Ravens would go after. You know, wide receiver Branch feels like a perfect fit. Howell, you know, they like the speedy edge rushers lately, it seems. And then, you know, obviously the speedy corner, Wiggins, you already have there. Singleton, he's got some power to him. I like him a bit. But, yeah, here's what the numbers look like. Goff really struggled. 45% completion percentage is never going to get it done. Lamar Jackson, the ground game was great. Flowers Branch did really well. Pass rush, kind of a weaker game than usual, but we still got a couple in there. Howell did what he does. What a game, what a season. Tyler Loop was impressive. I mean, I don't think he missed a single playoff kick. Don't know about regular season, but didn't miss anything in the playoffs, which is amazing. We needed a couple of those to stay alive in some of those games. Of course, we'll show you guys that we didn't, you know, force any wins or anything like that. Went with, in my opinion, the realism of the Denver offense and defense. Maybe not so much the offense, but the Denver defense for sure. There you go. That's what we ran. And with that, we've got 2 more seasons left in us because we've won the Super Bowl in year 1. Might be the only time we do it all year. I mean, we did a Chiefs rebuild recently enough, and that didn't even happen in there either. Particularly if we had any retirements, because there are some names like Derrick Henry, hopefully not. And, oh my lord, they all retired. We lost them all. Stanley's gone, Henry's gone, Batonio's gone. Perfect timing to win it all, I guess. Holy crap, that may be the most retirements I have ever seen us have. It was like 8. And I mean, especially like good names. 8 retirements? That's a tough one. Okay, that is not fun. But hey, guess what? We can afford Zay Flowers. How much does it cost? Wow, his number's $31 million now. Fantastic. Wiggins 50-year option. We'll just get him cheaper in the end. I mean, I guess we can afford Simpson as well. That's okay. See you later. Never mind. Humphrey. Dude, why are we so broke? We just lost half the damn identity of the team. I'll keep Humphrey just because I don't have anyone else to pay. But yeah, he'll be gone 100% next season. Especially since I want Jackson to have a better role, or bigger role, I should say. And then Ricard, if he wants to stick around, there you go. $7 million left. A lot of holes now with the retirements we had, but at the same time, it was perfect timing to go for Singleton. The reason why I did, I anticipated this happening. Really good free agency group, though, with at least the top 2. Branch and Jalen Carter. Elton Jenkins decent, too. O'Neal's decent. But, yeah, we don't have the money, and even if we did, I'm not spending any money here. All right, we're in the draft, following, of course, a Super Bowl win. I see that the left guard we've been looking at is a top 5. Do I truly believe he is? I think I do. I actually think I do. Let's see that linebacker I had scouted, and oh, he looked good. I didn't think he was top 5 good though. I can't, dude. I can't trade up for a linebacker, right? We'll go to somewhere in the 20s. If the guy's still there, we'll trade up. Yeah, this is far more than I wanted to give up to move up to 25. The worst part is we're not even going to give the linebacker. He went to the Raiders 1 pick before we were looking to trade up. This is crazy, Riz, because this top 5, it could be a weak class. This could be a 78 overall for all we know. Star dev. But I've got to take the chance just be in that. I was really hoping that top 3 range. In dev, 92 strength. He's at least a top 5. Let's move to 32, where hopefully there's a linebacker there. If not, Teddy Buchanan is linebacker 2. Although the linebackers didn't really move me too much. Ooh, tight end. So at least we have a pick. All of our linebackers day 3. Okay, we're going to go with whoever the best of the tight ends is. And it is going to be Jesus Gomez, who's actually really fast for 271. Be the future replacement for Mark Andrews, maybe. And no, normal dev. All right, got 2 linebackers. You have Elton Perkins, who is ridiculously fast, even though he has no acceleration. And then you have Channing Dixon, who also looks really good. I don't know who the better of the 2 is, so we're going to have to look ratings to ratings-wise. I really hope we didn't make the wrong choice. Well, I mean, we didn't make a wrong choice. We didn't really have a choice. We had to trade up, and we kind of waited to 25. 1 pick after the guy we wanted went, unfortunately. Based on what I'm seeing here, I can't really tell who's better, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say Perkins just because I know a little more about him. So, Elton Perkins, if he's in dev, he starts. 55 true. In dev, he starts. All right, we draft Medina with our final pick of the draft. Sadly, no other linemen around, but that's a good draft pick. Nose tackle and all. This is going to be so disappointing. The guy we got is going to be 78, 79 overall star. The linebacker's going to be like 82 overall X Factor. It's going to be so disappointing. Let's see. 79, okay, a little bit more promising. 77, 78 would have been really unlucky. I really don't know if this guy is going to be an X Factor or superstar or not. I don't know. Come on, be superstar. Okay. We did at least draft a quote-unquote generational. High overall superstar linemen are technically generational. Take a look at the rest of the players, though. Gomez, this is definitely not... Well, I can't say it's not as good as the first draft, because the first draft had a bunch of normal devs. So the fact that we actually have a bunch of hiddens is actually better. But as far as trajectory goes, I don't suspect it's going to be even nearly as impactful. But still, it's a good set of players. Can't complain. Did lose a lot of 4th-round picks, but it's okay. We did get a generational guard. That guy's going to be on the team as, one of the best linemen on the team for some time. Do need to take a look at the linebacker, though. He's even better. Holy, this guy's insanity. Look at this. Please be star. I don't think it really changes much whether he's star or X Factor, but make him feel a little bit better, I guess. Wow, that is... Man, could have had something like I drafted the next Ray Lewis in the title. That would have been cool, even though he doesn't have the hit power. All right, here's the squad for year number 2. We did not do as much for the offensive line as I would have liked to, so our offensive line gets better on the left side, but our right side is decimated, especially that right guard spot. We definitely need a new right guard and then potentially a new right tackle. The weapons look good, though. It's a little bit of a hit from Derrick Henry, but Singleton, in a user sense, would definitely be way better than Henry, as he's just way faster. And then defensively, everyone's a star or better, which is great. We'll see what we can get up to with these players. Howell hopefully has another great season, maybe gets to a 90 overall. I can't believe that he went from what he did to where he is now. Really worried about that draft pick, but no, it turned out to be amazing. Oh, Lord, here's a lot of money. I mean, obviously, Lamar is a guy you don't get rid of. I would like to do this on like a 3-year deal, though. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing a 6-year deal at 30 years old. Roquan to your 40? Sure. Kind of the heart and soul of his defense at this point. Wiggins, obviously. There you go. What else do we got? Matabike. Ooh, that one's a little bit more questionable. Travis Jones, definitely questionable. Marlon's gone. I think Rosengarten's gone, too. He's actually not as bad as I thought he was going to be. I thought he was 26, but I don't know if we can afford everybody. We got Starks coming up as well. I mean, if it's 1-year deals, like Matabike in a 1-year deal, yeah, sure, easy clap. We'll try to do that still, but these multi-year deals, I don't know if we can pull them off. Rosengarten takes a 1-year 17 or something like that. I'll take it. Look at Howell. He's an X Factor. Wow. Well, good thing the division sucked because we didn't have our best here. It was good enough, I think, to make a playoff spot. regardless of the division, but definitely glad we aren't going to have to find out the answer. Yeah, 10-7, man. 10-7 would have gotten us I guess it would have gotten us the 5th seed easily. So AFC, man, it is really not good. I don't know what it is. The AFC is just struggling. But we'll show you the win-loss total. Yeah, 10-7. I know we took a little bit of a hit talent-wise, but at the same time, a lot of the guys that were low overall rookies last year are now, good starters this year. So you do have a better starting point with a lot of different guys. Lamar was better. Our run game was better, surprisingly, with Singleton. Our receiving game was better. I'm not really sure how we were worse. Emory Jones is horrible. We might have to move him back to guard if we get a new lineman. But yeah, Howell, 30-plus sacks in 2 years. Green was solid. Matabike was good. Not a bad little run here. Loop, not playing the best. Punting, 50-plus yards per punt. He's a very high overall. He was one of those generational punters. Seen him in free agency. We took him. Same MVP as last year, though. Joe Burrow 1, Lamar 2, which I really thought Lamar would have got it. 40-some touchdowns, 3 picks. How the hell did we not win that? Defensive Rookie of the Year, Elton Perkins at 2. That sucks. I mean, in terms of, Player of the Year, maybe we made the right call. He's better than freaking Ginn, apparently. Award wins, number 2 for QB. Number 2 for running back. Number 2 for wide receiver. Sure, fantastic. We love to see that. That's fantastic. Thank you. Either way, 91 overall going against the 9-8 Colts. Can we do the repeat? All right, end of the game. Right to left was us, I believe, so they do get a stop and a field goal. We get a touchdown. Second quarter now. The Colts not going away. 6-7. Still 6-7. Third quarter, 12-7. Offense doing next to nothing. We do get a touchdown. 15 all. 22-15. What a weird score. Colts trying to tie this game up. They will not do it. The defense holds on. And like it was last year, defense kind of leading us to some playoff success. Moving on to the divisional round, let's take a look at the player stats. Lamar Jackson obviously outplayed Odin, who is a rookie. Running game pretty bad for both sides. A little bit better for Taylor, though, obviously. Pass rush, Perkins with 1.5. Maybe we find ourselves another really good defensive player. Good game 1, head to the divisional. All right, divisional round, the Bills. All right, we get to a 92 overall with a little upgradage. We'll take it. Let's go. End of the game. Can Buffalo get their revenge? They seen a little taste of success. We took it away. We had our Super Bowl. They want that for themselves. 17-10, a definitely higher scoring game than last one. 17 all into the third quarter. Oh, Buffalo's turned this thing around. Oh my God, how many points unanswered did they just go? Oh my. Offense, as it has felt throughout this playoff run, not adequate. 17-34. Just for good measure, we're going with that Green Bay offense. I know we don't need it. We just won a Super Bowl and we just got to the divisional round, but that was a pitiful offensive performance. The last 2 games, really, we're moving along with a different scheme. New offensive coordinator, whatever, all that garbage. We're changing it up. And the winner of the Super Bowl, the Rams. Let's take a look at our DevOps. Should have had at least a 1 on defense. And then offensively, Zay Flowers goes to Superstar, which is pretty big. We paid him a 4-year deal, so definitely good to see that investment has paid off. Look at Spitzer already, 86 overall. Take a look at the defensive side of the ball now, where Perkins is still star development trait. The hell's going on? He didn't win Rookie of the Year. That's right. I forgot he was number 2. I was thinking because he was higher than Ginn, he was automatically Rookie of the Year. Still probably should have went up anyways, but no dev for Wiggins or Jackson either, unfortunately. But obviously Howell, we said it. We wanted to get him to 90 overall, and he is exactly that. Of course, got his X Factor dev up a few weeks back. There it is. I mean, it's still a good team. We just fell short because the offense wasn't good enough. Any more retirements? Got to be run out of retirements by now, right? Yeah, just some mentor backups. We've been losing a lot of players in retirement every year. I mean, sooner or later, you would think, hey, the starters are young enough now. Let's hold off on the retirements for a year or 2. Negotiations, though, we got to do that. $10 million for Starks. That's basically free. Travis Jones is gone. We'll go for a new DT. Marlon Humphrey's gone. We already have a corner anyways. And then the punter was good. He'd want a 3-year. Okay, he's gone anyways. I'll tag him, I suppose. Has there ever been a tag of a punter? I know Robbie Gould got the kicker tag many years ago with, what, the Niners? Don't know if that's really a common thing, though. Kicker, punter, fullback. I think Juszczyk got the tag once, right? Yeah, all that's kind of rare behavior. Not that we're going to spend any money. This is what free agency looks like anyways, though. All Cooper DeJean, anyways. Rashawn Gary, Nolan Smith, Marlon Humphrey. Anyone you want Marlon, they do. Tariq Still. So they want Humphrey, who's about the same overall as Still, but 6 years older. Okay. I don't even want Still, to be honest with you. Was thinking about it for a moment, but nah, we'll go with the youthful players we got. Yeah, that's it. Maybe we look actually for a guard / tackle, but I don't think we're going to find that. So with that being said, we'll probably be headed to the draft. We do get David Edwards on a 1-year deal, so we do keep at least a good line. Might try to get some more, though. But yeah, we have everyone on the offensive line at least an 80+, which is good for the final season. We're in the draft with pick 26. It's got some of the tight ends, and I don't like them. Bennett looks like a home run hit here at the start of the third, end of the second. We need a bunch of offensive linemen. We've got several UDFAs, though. Problem is, none of them are tall UDFAs, so you want someone that actually can play, like, tackle. I mean, really none of them, other than maybe Beck, day 3, so not looking great there either. Do have some edge rushers really high, but I mean, unless you can't afford Mike Green, you don't really need to go edge rusher, but I mean, I'm kind of interested enough to take a look. Brandon Wright. I mean, can you even afford Mike Green? I mean, like, we have no money right now, and yet we don't have to pay, like, you know, we haven't had to pay Howell or Green yet. Once they do have to get paid, we're probably cooked, right? Quarterback, I don't really need QB. With this pick, I mean, maybe you just trade down, get a linebacker later. I haven't really been doing that many trade downs lately. I've been drafting because I've liked our picks. I liked our selections. Let's go to 13. They go with this super athlete, Gavin Thomas. Screw up. He is super quick. Ooh, 97 true. He is hitting though. 89 speed, 90 excel, 91 agility. That's why I do take, you know, I would take it with a little grain of salt if you're actually trying to draft players to use them, because sometimes those speed ratings are a little bit of a lie. Like, that is way faster than an 89 speed. Of course, Bennett just looks like a can't miss. So Marlon Bennett's going to be our pick. 19 true talent, and with hidden dev, Gomez is basically a useless selection. All right, make a trade up with the Panthers to, I imagine, select a DT, Matthew Pleasant. Pretty freakly athlete, 4'6", 40 at 300 pounds. It's crazy, and he does happen to be hidden dev. I actually kind of thought normal, but 75, 76 overall, maybe get a huge dev up. Season, I don't know, rookie of the year, whatever. Pick 26 in the third. This is where I would be looking to take that lineman if he's there, which he is, Aiden Beck. He's the only guy that really fits as a tackle, 81 true talent, and he is hidden, so I don't know if he's going to start this year, but, you know, kind of a future-proofing pick. He'd be our future right tackle, I think. We take another lineman, Woodard, 53 true talent, also hidden development trade. I'm going to trade up one time here using our 7th-round pick with the Panthers again to take another lineman. There's a couple linemen there, but I might as well just get it out of the way now. 7th this, 7th maybe next year, since we have 2 of them. Maybe move a 6 if we have to, which we don't. We'll take one more lineman, kind of built like a center. And I have no choice. I got to go Danny freaking Beaver, dude. What do you mean? 58 true talent, hidden dev, the Beaver. It's a pretty nice Beaver, I got to say. Not that big either. Not the biggest Beaver I've seen. Let's take a look at these contracts, though. Ooh. He's thankfully hidden, but man. Oh, with the injury, too. Oh, my. That's a rough one. You don't need him as a starter yet, so he'd be sitting at Sam linebacker spot, but damn. That's the future of the position, potentially. Future Will linebacker as we move our Will over to Mike when Roquan's gone, but here's the tight end, Marlon Bennett. This is a guy we should definitely be starting right now, but again, even if he's an X Factor, he's not going to start because this is the final season. I'm worried about the future with our draft pick, as that's a really good pick, but as far as like actually now, we don't really care. I don't really care. I want to field the best team possible as it stands. Of course, a little bit of a raw DT, but he is a finesse first, which means those upgrades should be pretty damn good. He is only star development trait. Linemen are all linemen. It doesn't really matter. They'll be backups for now. All right, here's the team for the final season. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Of course, Branch is now the #1 wide receiver. I did use our focus training wide receiver / tight end drill on Andrews because he was an 85. The offensive line, the right side's looking a little iffy, but the left side looks great. Defensively, edge looks a lot better. Wish Green would have been a little bit better because he's playing well, but he's just not developing super fast. But I think we turned the team around pretty nicely. I think there really wasn't a position here outside of maybe, like I said, that right side of the line, which is still fine, that we missed on, right? Like we have a new running back that's 90 plus, new wide receiver that's 90 plus, new left guard that's 85 plus, and then defensively, new edge rusher that's 90 plus. You know, the team developed kind of nicely. Corner 85 plus. And it's only halfway through, technically, but because we won the year 1 Super Bowl, there's not really much to do. Like, I don't want to see how many Super Bowls we can win in 5 years. I want to see, can we actually cement ourselves as, like, a special team? You know, teams win Super Bowls here or there. But not many teams win 2 out of 3 or 3 straight. Not a great season. Not gonna lie. As far as who you'd want to keep, I think in real life, you'd probably keep the tackle over everybody. A great tackle is hard to come by. Mike Greeny's been very good for us, so 4-year 86. I think Madden is gone. I think, you know, he's 30, and you got to lose someone. Dude, I don't know. In Madden, I think you lose the lineman, personally. But let's see how Madden has played and how he's playing right now. Dude, he's been so good for us. Emory Jones probably giving up 15 sacks a season. How about... I was about to say, how about we move Emory Jones a guard like he should be and then pay him, because then we'll just move someone else to tackle next year. I don't know. Matabike is the only one that matters to me. $25 million. I can't do it. I'll do it 1 year. But he doesn't want to do it. There's no way he takes this. Boom. Easy. Clearly didn't work. I can't believe it. We're in week 18 against a 10-win Browns team that we have to beat for a sliver of a chance at the playoffs. What the actual hell is going on around here? Do we mind? Do we actually mind going to the end of the game? Good start. We only get 3, though. They get a touchdown. We get a touchdown. We get a stop at the field goal. It's a 6-point game. They get a touchdown, so it's a 1-point game. We get a field goal. We get a touchdown, I think. A lot of different scorings happening. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, here we go. 3rd and 6. Conversion, nice. Driving nicely, 3rd and 7. Yeah, I mean, sure, you can kick a field goal here. It gives you a good spot. Touchdown wins you the game, though, arguably. I kind of want to win the game rather than put it in a good spot. Wide open. Speed! Branch for a touchdown. All that matters is speed, baby. That's all that matters. Let's see it. Oh, stop with a touchdown. That'll be it. All right, Cleveland. Not good enough to beat us, thankfully. We'll win the game 43-21, which gives us a chance at these playoffs. Not a guarantee, though, which is crazy to think, but sure, the one time we're low on the win total, wow. We won by a lot by the end, but we were kind of barely winning, even though 4 interceptions were thrown. I guess maybe those picks were what led us to that big lead. Pretty weak offenses, can't lie. The defenses showed up, especially ours. Look at that. Kicking 5 for 5 for Loop. All right, wildcard round. How are we going to look? How are we looking? Be very disappointed to miss the playoffs after that one. Very, very possible, though. That's the sucky part. And no, we're in. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I thought there was a team way higher because we were the 9th seed. We were the 9th seed at one point. Dude, look at how strong the AFC was. 10-7 was not good enough for the 7th seed there. 7th seed was 10-7 for the Broncos, but our division, Browns losing that game, dropped to the 8th seed at 10-7. The Bills at 10-7 are on the 9th seed. The Jets at 10-7 are the 10th seed. That is crazy. And then it drops 3 whole wins. 10 and 11 seed were 3 wins apart. The Chiefs are back on top at 16-1, by the way. Holy crap, that was insane. That is the most middle stacked I've ever seen a division or a conference before. The 10th seed was 10 wins. That is, I don't think that's ever happened. I definitely don't think we've even seen that in a rebuild. Halfway through the year, we switched to the Green Bay scheme. Didn't really seem to do much, right? Like, the numbers are pretty much the same. Singleton's been great, by the way. Flowers, solid. Branch, decent. Bateman, pretty good. Andrews, a little disappointing. Offensive line, actually better than I would have expected. Pass rush, dude, I don't know how. This is crazy. We got to go 3-4 Broncos from now on. 4 guys, especially a guy that's not even a pass rusher, in double-digit marks. Howell has like 45 sacks in 3 years. From a humble 74 overall normal to, I mean, probably a 94, 95 overall. That's one of the best pass rushers in the entire league. Of course, another year where Lamar is behind Burrow, even though Burrow didn't even win the MVP. Mahomes is back with the MVP win. And we win probably nothing. Unfortunately, nothing. A couple of close ones I've seen on there, but we got another playoff berth. Who knows what can happen? We've failed. You know, we have yet to win. We've yet to fail a win, at least of one type, every single time, whether wild card round, divisional round, championship round. We've at least won a playoff game every single year. See if we can at least keep that tradition going if we're not going to win 2 out of 3 Super Bowls. All right, going to the end of the game. Raiders start out strong, but they don't finish the drive. They're looking really good, though. 7-3. Raiders look like they're just dominating us on offense. Good stop with the score, though. 10-7, 10-14. Halftime will remain that score. It just looks like a Raiders win. You can't tell me it doesn't look like a Raiders win. The way our offense is barely moving the ball, giving the ball away right away. We are 17-all right now, but okay, we do get the stop. So just don't trust this offense. I mean, you got to go for this. You really don't. This is a really stupid decision. At the same time, if you keep struggling on offense like this, what changes if you go to overtime? It's not like free as hell for Andrews. They get a swat. That's effing joking. Don't tell me that was Ginn, by the way. I swear to God. I'll start punching people. You genuinely can't make it up. Like, every single rebuild we've done. Andrews is wide open. You got multiple jumping. Like 3 guys, arguably. Even the left guard, he's kind of making a pass rush move, but his hand's up. Could swat that. It is a first down, and no, it's not. Some John Harbaugh stuff, and the way they moved the ball, I regret nothing. Absolutely nothing. They moved the ball down like they were the ones, up by 30. No pressure at all. They didn't even, try to stop the clock. Not stop the clock, but you know what I mean. They didn't try to, time it better. The outside. I can't believe Branch is that slow, by the way. That's apparently 97 speed. I don't know if I agree with that. I still can't believe that. Oh, we missed him. He was open. Oh, he might have him still. And he does! Down to the 7. What a rocket! We saw him late, but he was so open with that 97 speed that he gets it still. You hurry up to the line. You got to save that timeout. We have no choice. I don't care if this takes us 15, 20 seconds to get up the field. It's worth it. It is worth it. Corner Andrews. Back across. It's a tough one, but it's Lamar. That needs to be caught. I'm sorry, but that needs to be caught. Zay Flowers not catching the ball is disappointing. Drag. We can obviously stay in the middle of the field. Wide open slant. Caught it. Down to the 1. You got to call the timeout. Unfortunately. I don't think you go for 2 if you get this, by the way. I think you just go for the extra point. They actually baited me a little bit, but the speed of this team is just too much. We're kicking the extra point. I don't care. I believe in our defense. Do I believe in Loop hitting the extra point, though? That's the question. They're saying, dude, I don't know if I agree with this, but they're saying it. Oh, my God. Relax. 24 all with 8 seconds left. I mean, I imagine this is going to overtime. That is a hell of a throw by Lamar. That's the farthest throw I have made all Madden, I imagine. Crazy throw. We do get the stop. Come on, guys. Huge 3rd and 8 conversion. 3rd and 4. Huge. What a drive. Legacy drive from Lamar, and we win 30-24. That was an insane one. So many times up against it, and he just clutched up. That is, I know there's some, incompletions, but that's probably Lamar Jackson's greatest performance. Just that throw alone is enough to make the argument, I think. Defense did pretty well. A couple interceptions for both sides. Slime missed a kick. Thankfully, it wasn't Loop. Got to say, Loop has been great for us. And we're taking on the Chargers. I got to say, once again, at least every single time we've made the playoffs, all 3 years, we have made the divisional round without a bye week. So, we had to win a game every time. Another home game. Let's see it. 3-0. Chargers start the scoring. We get a touchdown. They get a touchdown. 3-point game. Huge touchdown. Up by 4. Up by 1. Up by 4 again. Up by 11. One more touchdown could put it away. Huge drive. What a drive. Lamar Jackson, that cat's kind of decent, huh? 38-16. We're headed to the championship round. It's gone pretty well so far. Pretty well. Lamar Jackson outplayed Herbert. Singleton's been, I mean, I don't want to say it, but he has definitely been better than Derrick Henry for us, at least. Medina's been insane, by the way, for someone that, again, I don't even think has any pass rush skill at all. They're literally just an overall. And there it is, 16-1 Chiefs. We're on the road because we're taking on the league's best team. Are we headed back to the Super Bowl, or are the Chiefs going to end some AFC dreams once again? 7-all. It's looking pretty even so far. A little bit in their favor offensively. 14-7, 14-10, 14-13. I really love a touchdown, guys. I mean, we're getting the lead with the field goals, but I'd really love a touchdown. Looks like the Chiefs are going to give the touchdown. They're going to have to punt it. I mean, maybe not. Oh, dude, how do you get sacked? You're Lamar Jackson, man. Come on, dude. Defense is literally giving this all the chances in the world. We got to come out on the field here. All we need is a field goal. I mean, this defense, this has happened before. Only 17-point score for the Chiefs, and this team just struggles. Of all the people in the world that get open on the clutchest moment of the game, it's freaking Rashad Bateman, who, like, I'm surprised he's even still here at this point. What the hell did I just sign up for? I just signed up for the literal worst. What is that? Okay. Andrews, good throw. Nice truck. They're calling timeouts because they know the situation. They know what's about to happen. Loop's about to miss another chip shot field goal. Hope not. Singleton. I mean, for them, do you not just let us score almost? We were running with some intent there. You never know. Could have been a lapse in judgment. We run right in. Definitely not, but in the real world. Oh, my Lord. Big hit. All right. This is, like, perfect. This is perfection. Hell, if we get a free look, I might run the damn ball in. I can't lie. I might have to. I know it's stupid, but we have seen the AI get close on a block before. No effing thank you. There was more time, or they had more timeouts. Sure, I probably don't. Andrews. Hey, 2-point conversion Andrews. You can catch the ball. Who would have thought? All right. Let's see it. Let's see if the Chiefs got a miracle in them. They do get a start. Wow, what a coach suggestion. Love it. Oh, the clock's gone anyways. 24-17. The Ravens are headed back to the Super Bowl. Lamar, 0 touchdowns passing, but Singleton did have 2 on the ground, so we don't really care who's scoring them as long as we're scoring touchdowns. Madden with 3.5, dude. This pass rush is probably the best we've had this year, at least from a non-challenge standpoint, because sometimes those challenge rebuilds you get 2 really good edge rushers, but the rest of the team sucks. But other than that, just pure realistic rebuilds, this is potentially the best pass rush we've seen. It's at least top 5. Take a look at who is our opponent in the Super Bowl. Last time it was the Lions. Would have been nice to go 3-peat, but I guess that's not happening. I mean, we would have known last year. The Giants, that's a team that actually does win them sneakily every once in a while, too. Ravens, Giants, let's see the dev-ups if we had any. Offensively, Flowers, I think, went to X Factor, huh? Not a bad little dev up there. He's a 95 overall, almost 96. Probably drops down to 94, gets to 95. Singleton, 93 overall. Not really that trucking guy we kind of thought we might be able to develop into, but he's really good. That juke move is filthy. Defensively, I feel like Matabike went up, huh? I think he went up, right? Yeah, X Factor. 1-year deal worth like $29.30, so good decision on that one, I suppose. But no one else went up in dev on defense. Either way, the final game of the rebuild, if you want to call it a rebuild. Ravens versus Giants in the Super Bowl. All right, going to the end of the game. 7-0, great start. Come on, another touchdown. Huge, 14-0. Huge, 21-0. Huge, 28-0 at halftime. The chance of losing this is so damn low. Even a Falcons fan would believe in it. I'm sorry, okay? 38-7. Absolute dominance. Not even close. Not even close. Wonder what it's like to watch your favorite team dominate in a Super Bowl. Like, it'd just be interesting to see. Like, what does that feel like? Like, it's less fun, but it's also more fun, no? It's like, oh, damn. Oh, wow. Like, I don't know. Never experienced it. Probably never will. Never will. Anytime Green Bay's in a damn Super Bowl, it's like they sneak out the win. So, what do I know? Well, when will I ever experience that, you know? If you're, I suppose, maybe a Seahawks fan out there. Trying to think of all the dominating performances. Let me look at all the Super Bowls real quick and see which ones I would consider dominating. Oh, yeah, the Eagles, Buccaneers. Like, I know as a Packers fan, the first 2 Super Bowls, it doesn't count, though. Like, I wasn't alive. Doesn't matter. Watching highlights is something that takes, like, 10 seconds, and I know the outcome. It's not the same. But, yeah. We win a Super Bowl in dominating fashion. That's all I can really say about that. Boom, easy clap. But let's show you the funny business did not exist. All one time played, no force wins, no business of funny. Let's take a look at our team here and hop on out of the rebuild. Of course, looking at the offense, Zachariah Branch ended up being damn near 95 overall. Short route sucks, but as a deep route guy, which we definitely know firsthand with that deep shot, absolutely super weapon. Zay Flowers, of course, he's kind of the guy who can do it all. More underneath than anyone. Looks great. Looks really good, obviously. Didn't really develop Bateman too much, but he's an 85 overall. He went up like 5 overalls as kind of the backseat driver, if you will. If you would have started the whole time, maybe gets his 87, 88. Of course, Singleton we already looked at recently, but 94 overall. Super elusive player. Super speedy on top of it. Then we have the quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 97 overall. Training camp definitely saving him. Taking a little bit of hit in that speed department, though. Offensive line, I kind of want to look at Emory Jones. 88 and damn near 89 overall. Really good power blocker. Definitely fits as a guard more than it's, tackle, but we're kind of forced. Our hand was forced a little bit. And then there's Spitzer. Pass block finesse is bad, but everything else is very good across the board. And then Andrews, no point in even looking because he's 87 overall. He's lower overall than when he started with. Then free safety, Malachi Starks. Didn't really hear his name much, but he got to a good overall, and with that, obviously, helps the team win. Again, I'm a very big it's about the overall, not about the performances believer, which I think is just straight up how it goes. Hence, Medina being a great pass rusher despite having like no pass rush ratings. Hamilton, obviously, very good overall. 97 overall. Pretty damn good. Then linebackers, Roquan Smith has definitely been regressing over the years, but still a very good overall. So the 2-year 40-something we paid, definitely not going to end us by any means. Then we have Perkins. Should have won Rookie of the Year, didn't. 84, almost 85 overall. Not really much of a coverage guy, but very good block shedding. And then kind of the stars of the show, the pass rush, that front four. Cassius Howell, 93 overall, 98 finesse, 97 power, 97 block shot. He's just super good. That's really all there is to it. He's a very good player. Very surprised by the season he had, though. I mean, just was great throughout. There was no down year for him, at least yet. 17, 15 and a half, 16. Unbelievable. Every single season, 15 plus sacks. Ridiculous numbers. Let's take a look at the other side, though. Mike Green, he was pretty good, too. Not as good, but still pretty good. And obviously his development's very good. But yeah, 10, 11 and a half, 12. Very good. Keeps going up. He's ascending very quickly. Cornerbacks, obviously, Marlon Humphrey's gone now, but we still have really good corners. Wiggins has one very good man coverage, decent zone coverage, very fast. Only that press would have got up there a little bit. Just needs a little bit of press. Then we do have the other side, Damani Jackson, 6'1", 199. Another, Wiggins-ish player. Press is a lot better, but zone is a little bit worse. And then we have the DTs. Matabike, I'll take a look at, 93 overall. Very good finesse move, solid block shed. A great player overall. He's been consistent for us as well. And then I do want to see Medina. Pleasant got to an 80 overall, by the way. But Medina, no pass rush ability yet. Look at the type of season he had. 13 and a half sacks as a starter. It's all about those overalls, baby. I also do want to see Loop because he actually kicked really well for us, at least in the playoffs specifically. But yeah, those numbers, 77%, 95%, not bad. That one, however, yikes. But yeah, really good season the last 2 years in a row. Anyways, though, that is going to be it for this, if you want to call it, realistic-style rebuild of the Baltimore Ravens post John Harbaugh firing. If this is what happened with the Ravens in real life, the fans would be very happy. So we'll see what happens with them. Of course, like I said, most liked comment, I imagine. I can't guarantee it because it could be a team we literally just did a couple days ago. It could be a team that makes no sense. Someone could comment the Las Vegas, poker chips or something. Like, that's not a real team. So realistically, most likely the number one liked comment if we hit 500 likes, and we'll do that as our next rebuild team. Other than that, I don't really know what the next rebuild team is, if not. Anyways, though, really do appreciate you guys a ton. Again, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. Follow me Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, Pkr plays not Madden content, which I've just completely sold on. I apologize. All right. Regardless, though, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, which should be something Dolphins franchise related on Saturday, and maybe Packers franchise. But until next video,